All right. Camera's working. Seems like my microphone's working. I'm going to send out an emergency email since the last one didn't work. So let's do this. Phone's working. I'm going to send out. I hate when it's just staring at me. I hate being the only one on the screen. Allie, come and talk to me. Also, don't you love this hairdo? Tried to do my hair today. Daughter fell and hit her head. So had to stop doing my hair, and this is what we're working with. Makeup, none of that. Yeah. That's why we're talking self-love, right? Okay, let's see. So we are editing the email, just changing the link, that's all. I posted the video on Facebook. Now would be a great time if you wanted to download the worksheets. Almost. All right, Allie and Megan should be here shortly. All right. Oh gosh, where am I watching myself? Oh, I hear myself on yours. Okay, I'm like, what? What is happening?
Okay, wait. Where?
Okay, where am I watching myself?
Uh-oh, I'm hearing you again.
Okay. Do you have the YouTube open on yours?
Yes. Oh, I don't know what I just did. Did I just do something? Oh, no, wait, you're here. You're here. Okay. Woo. Okay.
I'm here. Okay, I'm just fixing the email.
Okay.
And did I send you the worksheets, or do you need me to send those to you?
They should be in Slack, right? No.
I'm not sure if they're in Slack, but they are definitely in your Google Drive.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because it's in the shared folder.
Okay.
Okay, let's add in a line that says not the other link, because that one decided not to work.
If anything can go wrong.
Right? And seriously, I can't tell you how many times Delaney, like, I think she's at 6 face bumps now.
Oh, poor baby.
Like, yeah, she just keeps hitting her head. It's like she has a freaking magnet in there.
No.
I'm going to send it because it's 11:59. So send now. And it's on Facebook already. I don't want to put it on Twitter because I'm scared. Since I don't have a video thing today or a slideshow.
Are you just doing a picture?
Yeah, well, actually, I was thinking of just doing the worksheets. So then as we like go through the worksheets.
I like it.
Cool. That way, if people don't have it printed out, they can still have it open and not be like switching back and forth.
Gotcha. Okay, oh, there it is. Still talks. Hmm.
And then maybe turn off your camera once we start so that it doesn't keep switching.
Yes, and I believe that you have to do that. I don't know if I can do that.
Oh, okay.
It'll keep switching even if it's just my logo or like my face.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Camera.
There you go.
But it does still keep switching.
Does it? Okay. That's in settings. If you go, let's see. It should be in your tool. Is it toolbox? Yeah, the toolbox.
Okay, here we go. Show or hide participants.
There you go.
Yeah, broadcast the large video. Okay.
Does that work? Did it work?
Hold on. I have to click continue and authorize it to my Google account and,
Okay.
you know,
All of that
stuff. Toolbox needs to be authorized.
Okay.
Okay, talk.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you, but it still went back to you. So let's see again.
It just loves my face.
It does, but it's now just like your mouth because it's your. It's
like great lips, okay?
Yeah, it's those pretty lips.
Yay.
Okay, let's see. Hide from broadcast, maybe? Now I can't hear you at all. So, show and broadcast. Wait, Allie.
There, can you hear me?
Yeah, did you mute your microphone or did I?
You did.
Oh man, I didn't. I clicked on the camera.
Oh, maybe it's control room. Maybe you have to go to control room.
Well, that's what I did, and that's how I turned off your camera.
Oh.
I can only eat you.
There is a way. Let's see.
Wait, I wonder if when I'm screen sharing, it doesn't switch. Let's see.
Let's find out. Oh.
Okay. Hide that. Oh, look, there's my dad on the side. We'll minimize him. Okay. Nope, it's still present to everyone. It's still showing me your voice.
How's that? Did that work?
No.
Oh.
How did we get it to work last time?
I don't remember.
Me either. Cameraman, okay.
Help.
It's weird because it says, broadcast the large video that I see to my audience and hide the other video feeds. And I said yes, and that's not working.
Well, because usually I'm the large video. Like if you're talking to me, I would be the large video and you would be the large video on mine.
Oh.
Yeah, so that might not work.
Well, wait, it's not switching anymore. At least it doesn't appear to be on me.
Oh, okay.
What do you see?
I see your screen share.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay, it worked.
Hooray!
Hooray! So it's about 12:03. We could totally start. I'm going to kick this dog out that I just found on my bed. He looks very comfortable, but he is getting booted. Or are you going to be a good dog? Okay. Maybe he can stay.
Okay.
If he's being good.
Diana just went down for a nap, so she should be down for 3 hours.
Oh, wow. She sleeps for 3 hours?
For her very first nap of the day, yes. And then she doesn't nap again until like 6 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, my goodness. I get like 45-minute naps. 2 of them a day. That's it.
Oh, man. I would die.
And I hear this baby crying already out there.
Oh, poor baby.
I know. She probably hit her head again.
Mm-hmm.
She might come in and join us. We'll see. We'll see. So today we do not have a slideshow. If you have been to any of our other broadcast, you've seen that we had a slideshow. Oh my gosh, that keeps popping up for everyone, huh? Let's.
Yeah, you can change it in your settings.
Yeah, I just quit it right now.
Okay.
So usually we have a slideshow, but we wanted to actually be a little more candid today. A little background about myself, and then Allie will have a chance. And then when Megan gets on, she'll give a little background. We are officially the Be a Warrior Queen team, all three of us. It's no longer just me. Yay! So I started the Warrior Queen movement with some friends in high school, and it really started as something that was going to help us stay true to ourselves when we're in relationships. But then we realized that it's really something way bigger than that. And throughout the years, it's morphed into what it now is. And this slogan, embracing self-love and empowering others, is what we're all about. So I thought, with the month of February being so much about love, why not make it about loving ourselves and give some more insight on the Warrior Queen movement, and also to include the things that we keep in our toolbox, which is, if you read my blog post earlier this week, it's what my one of my women's studies teachers used to call all of the things that you have prepared to help you meet the world. So anytime you're feeling upset, you have tools in your toolbox that are going to help you feel better. So I like using that metaphor, and that's kind of what these worksheets are all about. So instead of looking at a slideshow today, we're going to be looking at the worksheets so that you guys can follow along in case you didn't print them out or didn't have them to print out. If you are a member of We Are Warrior Queens, I will be posting the worksheets in our files. If you are not a member of our Facebook group yet, then you should definitely join us. You can search, or it's just facebook.com/groups/We Are Warrior Queens. And I'm going to turn it over to Allie. She is going to be hosting a Twitter chat for us tomorrow too. So she'll also tell you a little bit about that.
Yes. Okay, so my name is Allie. I am a blogger and an entrepreneur, and I'm kind of trying to find my footing in the business, online business world. I joined the Be a Warrior Queen team. How long ago was it? Like a month ago?
I guess like officially, but really you've been doing stuff with me since November, I would say.
That's true. That's true. So I met Raywin through a Facebook group, and if you're not part of the, what was it, the Peony Project one?
It was either the Peony Project or Firework People, because we were both in.
I think it was Firework People, yeah.
I think so.
Facebook groups are a great way to get to know people. So if you aren't part of one, you should probably join one. That's really, really good for connections. And I met Megan through the Slack team that Raywin started for Warrior Queen. So we all kind of know each other. We've never actually met in real life, which is kind of cool. I realized the need for self-love after I had my daughter, who is now almost 7 months. I can't believe it. And I started really, really strong. I mean, I had always kind of had body issues, but I started with the body image issues really bad once I had her. My body changed in a whole bunch of ways that I didn't know it could. I'll never really have that same body that I had before. So now I'm having to relearn how to love myself and get to know myself better, which has been an interesting process. So the Warrior Queen movement has really, I say that I'm, on the team, but it has really helped me, like, incredibly, to just accept myself. And if you're not in the Facebook group, you should be, because that is an incredible resource. So that's me.
Yay. Something that I think is super neat about meeting friends online, and my husband is really funny. He thinks it's kind of weird that I have blog friends and that I talk to them sometimes more often than my friends from like high school or who live nearby. But I think it's so neat because we all three of us on the Be a Warrior Queen team have all had this need and this drive for this community, and we've all been lacking in some way. And because of this amazing thing called the internet, we were able to find each other. Allie lives in Alaska. Megan's in Connecticut. I'm in California. We are all over the United States, and we never in a million years would have met and had so much greatness come from our own brains and without the internet. So I am obviously a huge internet person, but
because like when you're an adult, it's hard to like make adult friends. So sometimes if you can kind of remove that barrier of this is really awkward, I don't know how to approach this person, it gets so much easier.
Yeah. It's like so hard to make friends, but it's so easy with an online community, and you can find things that you have that are like-minded instead of just being, you know, like friends that you know because you guys worked at the same place. Like those friends are awesome. I love those friends, but you also don't all the time have all of the same passions. And this has really made it so that we are achieving our passions. I'm kind of trying to kill time a little bit just to see if Megan is going to pop in yet.
Have you heard from her?
No, not yet. I was just about to text her.
Okay. Shouldn't be too much longer.
Yeah, she said just a few minutes. I just, because of the link switch, I want to make sure she's not chilling on the other link. Like, hey.
Oh, it doesn't even play. Like it plays for 54 seconds. So she,
okay.
She'll realize, yeah. I tried it.
Oops.
Oh.
My phone has like 0 battery, so it's kind of what's happening.
Whoops.
Delaney likes to take our chargers and put them in her mouth like she's a phone or something.
Oh.
I don't know if that has somehow affected my phone, but my phone does not charge as well as it used to.
Whoops. It probably has.
That's what I'm thinking.
I can't imagine it wouldn't affect it. That's funny.
Yeah, she like, I don't even, they'll be like buried under the couch or something, and she'll swipe it out, and then I'll just find her with it in her mouth, and I'm like, oh my God, please don't get electrocuted, child. Like, I really need to get a better method of hiding all of these wires that we have.
That's so funny.
She's crazy. Okay. So, I want to really like start all of this with, I know start, I keep saying start, and we're really blabbing, and we're live on the internet, and people are going to be like, okay, why do we want to listen to these people? But whatever. I felt that today was a really good day for this workshop and this soul chat, because today is the 10-year anniversary of when my cousin passed away. And some people know, some people don't know. I used to write about it more on my blog. But he was diagnosed with cancer when he was 2 years old, and he actually beat cancer at 8 years old. But in the following year, because his immune system was so compromised, he ended up getting a lot of illnesses and being in and out of the hospital. And he actually passed away from pneumonia or a cold, something really simple like that, on the day that he was supposed to be coming home from the hospital. And so this day is always really very rough for me, obviously. But this little boy was the biggest, most positive influence on my life ever. He was always smiling, laughing, no matter what. And of course, he had his bad days. You know, everyone has their bad days where you're just not feeling well or you're grumpy. But he would always turn everything around into being positive. And so he's actually a big driving force behind my self-love journey, because I looked at who he was and how he took everything in his life and he continued to love life. And that is something that I've always wanted to achieve. And so I try to live my life in that way. And I'm going to try to teach Delaney to live her life in that way. She's obviously too young to know more than what is immediately happening. But
Sure.
so that's why it was important for me to do this today. Megan was like, "Are you sure? You might be really sad." And I'm like, no, we need to talk about all of this.
Yeah.
And like, for me, self-love has been something that's been in my life my whole entire life. I'm just a big self-love person, but sometimes we need a reminder, sometimes it's easy to get sucked into it. And when you don't have the proper tools, then you aren't able to help yourself. And so I'm actually going to go get Delaney because she's crying. Allie, do you want to start talking about what's in your toolkit? What type of things you've been using?
Sure.
Cool.
Okay, so I guess in the past couple of months, I've really started to explore listening to myself. I think that it's a great tool to have in your kit to know how to listen to yourself, which can be really hard because sometimes, how like sometimes you get really stressed out and really high strung and you're like, I don't know what's going on with my brain. And you start flipping out on people and you start kind of, you start losing it basically. And you're like, I don't know what's going on with myself. I think that I've had a lot of those lately, and I think part of it is due to having a 7-month-old baby, but part of it is me not listening to myself. So I just stop. And like Raywin kind of talked about in our last video, she likes to write things down. So grab a pen and paper and write down how you're feeling, and then take a look at those things that you're feeling and try to find the why. The best thing for you to have in your toolkit, not the best thing, but one of the best things for you to have in your toolkit is the ability to listen to yourself and understand why you're acting a certain way. For me, when I start to get really bad social anxiety because I have a commitment to something, and it turns out that I just can't handle it because multiple reasons. The way that I can tell is I start snapping at my husband a lot, and I also find myself like sitting on my bed and I'll be like, I have nothing to wear, or I'll find myself in the bathroom and I'm just like stressing over my hair. Like, it's stupid little things that cue me into, I need to not do this today. And that is probably my very top favorite toolkit tool to have in my kit. Are you there, Raywin?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I muted myself because she's playing with her toy. That was kind of.
That's fine.
I didn't want to like interrupt you, and then I was like, oh, I have to go back.
No, we like babies. We like babies here.
Yeah, this baby is a little fussy today. So I heard you were talking about the last video, and your top thing is writing it down, correct?
Is listening to myself.
Oh, yeah. Listen to yourself. Okay. I wasn't sure what your official name for it was because I happened to work out. Well, that is so important. Seriously, like if you don't listen to yourself, you're going to just keep going on in a direction that you aren't ready to continue in because you aren't feeling it. I've been listening to myself a lot lately with sleep. Sleep is a big thing for me. Yeah. What? Delaney, we're live on the internet, my baby. Why are you crying?
Oh.
I wonder if she wants to go to sleep too. Okay, let's talk about my favorite item in my toolkit. My favorite item in my toolkit is definitely going to be community. And I know that sounds so weird because it's like, okay, we're talking about ourselves, and her number one thing is going to be other people, ? Well, me, I'm a very social being. I don't do well spending a lot of time by myself. I am not the person who you'll find at home. Actually, when I am stuck at home, I get way more anxious than when I'm out doing things. Like, some people say busy is a bad thing, but I use busy as like, this is awesome. I'm doing things. I'm not stuck at home doing nothing. And I've really been learning more about myself and being able to be at home now that I'm a mom. And I'm really starting to take pride in my house and having it clean and not avoiding it like I used to. And I'm also starting to take some pride in my alone time and listening to myself. But community is still my number one because I work best at processing things if I talk about it. So,
Yeah.
also writing, but when I talk about it, I usually get feedback from someone else and then I can build upon whatever they say. And that works really well for me.
Yeah.
The whole point of, the soul talks, those started because when I was in high school, one of my friends and I would literally have these chats every week about just what was on our hearts and what was bothering us and what we needed advice on. And I realized how much I grew from that.
Yeah.
Um, Another tool that I think is very important is self-care. And I've seen so much on the internet this month about self-care. Have you been noticing that too, Allie?
Yes, a lot.
And it makes me so happy. Like, people are actually realizing, like, hey, this is the simplest thing in the world. We need to take care of ourselves if we want to keep going.
Yeah,
It's like the first thing we forget.
it's true. It is. I always do.
Me too. It's like, no, I have to take care of everyone else. Like, I
Exactly.
can't have time for myself.
Time for myself. What is that?
But seriously, what is that?
Right?
As
No,
I'm
clearly.
on a live broadcast, bouncing my baby up and down because
Right?
I be alone.
I'm
But
saying.
in all seriousness, self care does not have to be done alone. So you can still take care of yourself while taking care of other people.
Mhm.
It's very different than doing it alone, but it's possible. So if you are a mom of like 6 kids, or if you're really busy and have a bunch of roommates and you have no idea how to find time for yourself because you work 50 hours and go to school for 20 and life just is very hectic, I want you to know there's still a chance. There's still hope for you.
Exactly.
Allie, what are some of the things that you do for self-care so that we can give some ideas to some people?
Well, let me just pull up my notes here. I made a bunch of notes for this. Um, I would say, let's see. I think that the number one is to begin my day slowly. So instead of, I had this routine of getting up when Diana would get up because she would be crying, and then I would hear her and it would wake me up. And then I would kind of start out my day like irritated, not like irritated, but like nobody likes to be jolted awake by a baby crying. I mean, that's not comfortable. So I decided that I would always get up about 2 hours before Diana and drink my coffee and eat my muffin because I'm obsessed with Costco muffins. And I would just enjoy my time by myself. I would blog or design or do whatever I wanted to do that was my thing, my own thing. For some people, that's like meditating and journaling. For some people, that is studying or watching a TV show that, guilty pleasure or whatever. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Take an hour-long shower. Things like that. Another thing is positive affirmations. So I actually just recently learned the power of the word when I was trying to, this is just a really random example, but I was trying to basically increase my followers online by being a more positive person. And I told myself, people are going to love what I have to say. And when I said that, I said it over and over and over. People started loving what I had to say. And it was because I said it and because I manifested it into my life. When you say something and you make it happen by saying it. So when you are, when you're trying to make your day better or smoother, or maybe you just want to be happy instead of being cynical, or you're struggling with negative thoughts, start talking yourself happy. I mean, just really, say it to yourself. Say it, and it will be, basically. So those are two or three of the things that I really do. I really try to focus on in my day.
I love it. I wish I could start my mornings though. Actually, I do. I wake up at the same time as Delaney, but she wakes up happy. She doesn't wake up crying anymore, so it works out for me.
Yeah.
But so many people always talk about how, oh, I wake up before the kids and I journal, or I get a cup of coffee in by myself, and I'm like, wow, that sounds lovely. My daughter wakes up around 6 a.m., so I would be at like a 5 or 4 a.m. wake up time, and that's just...
It's just not going to happen.
No, I used to do it for work, and I was not a happy camper.
But do you get that alone time in the evenings?
I do. Usually at night when she's sleeping, and most of the times the guys are in bed. If they're not in bed, they're like playing their game, and I try to tune them out. I'm still on this hunt for my own little space in our house that is not our bedroom where Delaney...
Oh my gosh, I'm doing the same thing.
You're trying to find your own space?
I am.
It's like, where can I go that's just for me? My problem too is that I have to find a place that the baby monitor reaches, which is not our whole house, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe not the garage.
I'm thinking maybe the garage, because the garage is actually really close to our bedroom.
There you go.
Also, can you hear Delaney right now?
A little bit. She's kind of like moaning.
She's like talking to herself, but she has her binky in her mouth, so it's not like actual sounds.
That's cute.
Yeah, okay. So I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like super loud.
No. I can just barely hear her.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm on the pursuit of my own space, and part of getting my own space would allow me to, decorate it. This is something that Megan has done. I love her office that she's created. I think she might have shared pictures about it on her blog. If not, I think she's planning to. But she has this beautiful office space that she just put together, and I'm like, oh, I need to do that. But I also need to find that space first.
Exactly.
And then I just wanted to say about your positive affirmations. I love that. That is seriously what I live by. Have you ever heard of TUT, the letters from the universe?
Like your cloud?
Okay, well, it kind of works out like that. But there is this website. It's www.tut.com. And if you sign up for the letters from the universe, you get an email each day with some positive affirmation or self-manifesting type of thing to read. And it's from the universe, who they call Tut, which I thought was absolutely hilarious when I found it, because I do call my cloud Tut Tut. So it's like the opposite of my cloud is the universe, who is also called Tut.
For those of you who don't know what she means by cloud, Sorry.
Oh, did someone ask a question?
No, I was clarifying what you meant by cloud.
Oh yeah, my black cloud. It's like Murphy's Law, where like when something can't go wrong, it will. that's kind of how my life can be. Like, things happen to me, but they always are not devastating things. And so we used to say I had a black cloud that followed me around. Tut tut looks like rain is a phrase when things go wrong. And so that is how we came up with the name of Tut Tut for my little black cloud that just I love my black cloud, to be honest. Like, it's kind of become a joke for me because I know that something bad might happen, but it's not going to be horrible. Like, one time I was driving to an internship interview that was like 30 miles away.
Oh my gosh.
On the way there, I think I had to like drop my cat off at the vet, and then my car died on the freeway, and these like men pushed it out of the way, and then the tow truck guy came and he replaced the spark plugs, and then I still miraculously made it in time for the interview. Like, that's kind of how things happen in my life. It'll be like, oh, this bad thing happened, but don't worry, it's not the end of the world. Here's some other awesome thing. And I'm like, oh,
Oh.
Thank you. So back to our self-care toolkits, because I've been blabbing.
Okay, that's what this is for.
Yeah, right. That's what we were talking about. My number one is definitely taking care of myself in a like pampering sort of way. That's what really rejuvenates me the most. So
Yeah.
I love getting manicures and pedicures. I love to go get facials or massages. And obviously I don't have it in the budget to always do that. So
Right.
I found other ways like at-home face masks and stuff like that. And you can do those things while you are taking care of other people, you know, put the face mask on, go cook dinner. Those are like, what?
Exactly. I love that.
Oh my gosh, I'm so out of breath right now. You would think I'm running a marathon, but I'm just apparently putting my baby into a nap because
That's funny.
I'll sleep in my arms. Let's see, other ways for self-care. I like retail therapy, but it's not always feasible. So I don't do that too often. I like to go to the beach. I have that luxury that I can go to the beach or the desert and have some solitude, which is, you know, the opposite of my usual community, but
Yeah.
some people do need it. And I think that finding a quiet spot in nature is very important.
I agree with that.
Do you have any tools that you use when you're out in the world and you're starting to feel a little less like you love yourself or anxious or depressed?
I think that, do you mean like if I'm in a social situation or?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I think that finding a quiet place for a few minutes can help. I think that, okay, when I go to Costco, and let me tell you, there are hundreds of people in Costco. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter what time of day you go. There are like thousands of people in that store, and everybody is always all up in the hallway, and you can't get through, and it's super stressful, and there's just a lot going on in Costco. So when I go there, I take headphones or earbuds and I plug in and I put on some playlist that is relaxing to me or that I can appreciate, and that helps me a lot in one way. Another way to do stuff is it's kind of, I don't really know how to explain it, but basically accepting the chaos that's going on in your head, and just realizing that, hey, this is who I am. I'm stressed, but I'm gonna make it through this. And that's another one of those affirmation things. I'm gonna make it through this. I'm gonna go home. Potentially reward yourself with something after a really stressful situation. So I'm gonna go home later and I'm gonna eat some ice cream. I'm gonna go home later and I'm gonna watch extreme home makeover or something. Just um, being present in that moment, but also understanding that later better things will come, more relaxing things will come. And also being able to be real and just express that you're feeling very stressed. I would say that a good 80% of my friends struggle with a social anxiety disorder, or something similar. They all, so a lot of them are introverts, a lot of them are extroverts, but also struggle with social anxiety. Sometimes there are more people out there than you realize that are struggling with this kind of thing. So being open and being honest can actually benefit you in a lot of ways that you don't realize. One time when I was working at Moose's Tooth, which is one of the world's leading pizzerias, and it's hectic and crazy all the time, and I just could not handle my day. I could not handle it. And I had a total breakdown in the back room, which was super awkward. And you're like, I want to stop crying right now, but I can't. And this one chick that I had never connected with before walked in, and I won't say that I had disliked her, but I had never talked to her. And she just walked up and she asked me what was wrong. And so I told her that I was just overwhelmed. There were just so many people. There was so much to do. I couldn't stop feeling anxious in my heart. And she actually shared with me her favorite ways to cope with it. And it was amazing. Like, we just totally connected on a level that I have never connected with anybody in that way before. And it was amazing. I mean, when you open up to people about what's really going on in your heart and your mind, you can make connections that you didn't know you could.
Yes, I agree 100%. It's crazy how opening up to someone, even a complete stranger, can totally change things. Like, we all go through life and we think that we have everything that we need and everyone that we need in our life. And then we meet someone new and we realize, oh my goodness, this person could mean something to me. Or even if they don't mean something to you, they could help you in some way. I'm a really firm believer in the fact that every person comes into your life for a reason. And that reason might not be for a long time. It might just be for a day, an hour. They might just be there to make one small change, or they could be there to make a big change. You don't know. But someone who comes into your life is going to be there to help you. And even if it's in a negative way that they come into your life, I still believe that they help you learn something about yourself. And I use the example of, I had a friend that I met, and within a month of meeting her, and we worked together at a restaurant, I was told that I was given just a few days to move out of where I was currently living because my friend's parents had sold the house we were living in. And I had some other friends I was going to be moving in with, but we hadn't had the time to get an apartment yet. Like, the apartment wasn't going to be open for another 30 days. And this girl that I just met, she was like, oh, well, we have some space at my house, because they had a few guest bedrooms. They had a vineyard. So I lived on a vineyard for a month. It was amazing.
That is awesome.
It was beautiful. I woke up every morning looking at grapes growing, and it was gorgeous. But her parents took me in for a month, and I was like, well, I can pay rent. And they said, no, don't pay rent. And her family was so important to me for that month. And they gave me a place to live. And at the same time, I helped her kind of get over a boyfriend that she was dealing with. And then we continued working together. We worked together for almost another year. But after a few months after I moved out, our friendship fizzled, and we were just coworkers again. And it's so crazy. Like, we came into each other's lives. We both desperately needed each other at that time. And then we faded into acquaintances, but it was never like, I realized the value in it. So instead of feeling anger that our friendship faded, I realized that what I needed was what happened. And I think that that's something that's really important for us all to remember, that we might not be in each other's lives for the longest time, but you can still make a difference. And I think that that's really important to remember when you're empowering other people, because you might want to do this big, huge thing to empower someone. You might think that that's what you have to do, but you don't. It's something as simple as opening up your heart, just like Ali was saying.
Yeah.
And it's such a beautiful process to me.
It is.
Side note, I just got a text from Megan, and she is not going to be joining us.
Okay.
She will be there for the Twitter chat tomorrow, though, I believe.
Okay.
And then for me, when I'm out in the world, because I have anxiety, and so it can literally strike me at any time. It's not social anxiety, but it sometimes happens when I'm out being social. And it could be for something really silly. It could be for something that happened hours before and I just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So my number one way to deal, and my number one tool that I have in my box for when I'm out in the world, is to find someone or something to connect to. Because when we're feeling anxious or out of control, or like we are not loving who we are, it's because we are spending too much time up in the clouds. We're not connecting. And when we connect with someone or something, it doesn't have to be a person. Just like Ali puts in her earbuds, she's connecting to the music. So when we connect to someone or something, it can bring us back to ourselves, and we can center ourselves again. And when you center yourself again, you're able to really get back to that self-love part of you. You're able to think about who you are and feel confident. And I know that that can be so hard. Feeling confident when you're in a situation that makes you uncomfortable is so difficult. But I think that if you find something or someone to connect to, that it can make you feel safe again.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna pull up. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone, because I know that Megan wanted to talk about an affirmation, and I don't want her to miss out on us bringing that up.
Okay.
Do you have anything else you want to say right now?
I think that one other thing that I wanted to say about loving yourself is that sometimes when you grow up in a hostile environment, or you have been in a bad relationship, or I'm trying to think of good examples here. Somebody close to you there's been like a death in the family, or something like that. Sometimes it is okay to get professional help if you can afford it. I am currently going to counseling, and it's helping me understand myself and where I'm coming from. I think that, if you're really struggling, like if you just repeatedly, like over and over, like, man, I just can't get the hang of this. Like, I just don't understand where I'm coming from. I don't know me. Maybe seek out some professional help. Or if you have a church that you go to, maybe they have some counseling there. And just, when you go into a counseling place, a lot of times they'll say, what are you here for? And I literally went in and said, I just want to know where I'm coming from. I want to know what my past means to my present. Because a lot of times, even when you don't mean to, you do bring your past into your present, and that's the human way. So that's just the last note that I wanted to include there.
I can't believe we hadn't mentioned it before. Yes, so much yes on that. I want to add that it is completely 100% possible to find some place to get counseling free of charge. I don't want you to feel discouraged because it's not in your budget or your healthcare doesn't allow it. If you're a student, all of the schools, all of the colleges and universities have it included in your student fees. So you can go, they all have to have a counseling center, and you can go there and you can talk. If you're not a student and you're still struggling, there are so many organizations and free agencies, but it might take a little bit of research. So don't feel discouraged. If you are feeling like you can't do that research because you're just too overwhelmed and you need to reach out to someone, but you don't know where to start, you can always send me an email. I'm really good at finding places that people can go to. I'm a fixer by all means. Like, I want to fix everything. And so if you come to me with a problem, I will do all of my research and I will do everything that I can. So I will 100% help you find a place. I probably won't call a place and set up an appointment for you because that would give me anxiety.
You gotta know your limits.
But I will definitely help you find a good place. And I think that it's so important to reach out and get that help. I've been on medication for my anxiety, and I've seen counselors on and off for several years since I was a child. And there's really honestly no shame in going to counseling.
Right, there isn't.
One of my best friends is actually, she found out where she's going to be interning for her psychiatry doctorate. So she's going to school for psychiatry, and she's already a psychologist, so she's already a therapist, but she's getting the doctorate, and you have to go and work in a hospital for a year. And she just got matched for her place, so she knows where she's going now. But I have her that I can like ask for resources. So honestly, if you are too scared to reach out to someone professional, you can come to me and I will help you in whatever way that I can.
Yes, definitely. And the Warrior Queen Facebook group is a great resource for venting and kind of unloading what's going on in your heart and letting us know how we can help you.
Yes, we love to help each other. This group is just so amazing. It's every day, everyone's supporting each other, asking like, how is everyone doing today? And I'm so happy that we have all found each other. Mm-hmm. And I know that some of you out there who might be listening maybe haven't found us yet, but you're here now. If that makes sense. You're here now. So we're here. We're here for you. So the affirmation that Megan wanted to talk about is on our Instagram. She posted it about 3 weeks ago. And it says, loving yourself does not mean being self-absorbed or narcissistic or disregarding others. Rather, it means welcoming yourself as the most honored guest. Hold on, you can probably hear my dogs barking. It's probably the mailman. All right, so yes, my house is chaos. So it means welcoming yourself as the most honored guest in your own heart, a guest worthy of respect, a lovable companion. And she said, self-love can hold a different definition from person to person. How do you define self-love? And that's something that I want you guys to carry with you as we go into tomorrow's Twitter chat, because we want to share your guys' tools. So if you look at the worksheets, there's the front page because I like it. Then there's the page that says what's in your toolkit. Uh-huh. And I did put lines on this page because sometimes people like to draw. So, if you could draw something, you could write, you could use fun pens. Then I want you to be able to make a list of the tools you learned about today. So a quick recap of the things that Allie and I talked about are how you can take care of yourself, self-care. For self-care, we talked about getting manicures and pedicures, and we also talked about starting your day slow, listening to yourself. Do you have any others that you remember, Allie?
Yeah, definitely the listening to yourself. Oh gosh.
Positive affirmations.
Huh?
I said positive affirmations.
Yes, that. Uh-huh. I think that was it.
I think that was it too. Yeah. Oh, there was the other one that I said in the beginning, which is community. Community was a big one for me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then also the one we just did, reaching out to get help. So these are all tools that you can have, unplugging or plugging in, find a quiet space, write all of this down in the tools you learned about today. That way, if you have any questions, you can ask us tomorrow, or you can also, put in what tools you're learning about and figure out which ones work for you.
Yeah.
And then the last worksheet is how you can empower others. So I want you guys to do research on how you can help other people out. And by research, I really just mean brainstorming. I made up little hearts so that you can write down how you could help others. And it's so simple. Like I said, it's reaching out to another person. It's putting on a brave face.
Yep.
It's so many things that you can empower others with. It doesn't have to be some big thing. You don't have to be so far into your self-love journey to empower others. Just starting your self-love journey empowers other people to start theirs.
That's right. We learn by example.
So do you want to give some info on the Twitter chat tomorrow?
Sorry, my mouth was full. Okay, so tomorrow it's 11, right? 11 PST?
No, 10 PST, 9 your time.
Just kidding. It's at 10. It's at 10 Pacific. Which is what, 2, 11, 12, 1. I have to do math now.
Yeah. No, it's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Eastern.
Just kidding. And so we're going to be basically throwing out some questions for you guys to answer. We're going to be communicating, having fun, hanging out on Twitter. There's going to be a hashtag that we use, which is We Are Warrior Queens. Was there another hashtag that we were using? Or is it just that one?
No, that one's it's perfect. That way people can always find us.
Awesome. Okay. And basically it's probably going to be going on for like half an hour. I think that's the typical, isn't that the typical time for Twitter chat? Half an hour?
I think, 30 minutes. Some I've seen go on for an hour, but
okay.
You might not see me very much on the Twitter chat because I'm not the best Twitter chatter.
That's all right. I will be there and I will be present. Megan will also be there. I know a few people are going to be there for sure. But you know what? Even if you come in late, we'd still love to hear your answers. Don't feel like you have to be there live in order to answer the questions. We would love to see your hashtag anywhere on Twitter at any time. So, but we will be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific.
And then we'll be back on Monday for another Instagram Soul Chat, which hashtag Soul Talk Mondays is how you can find those. And last week's was a little hectic, but this next week is going to be better. I promise.
It's going to be better.
I found out some like cool ways of making it better so that we're all like not asking the same question or we aren't missing someone in the loop. So we will see how it goes, but we have so many resources that we want to give to you guys, and we really want you to feel so empowered and to have that confidence to empower others, because it really does not take much. And we really want this to be more of like a grassroots and like a tumbling effect, like helping each other, and it's just growing and growing and growing. And so
wildfire.
What'd you say?
Like wildfire.
Yeah, like wildfire. Sorry, it like echoed on my computer for some reason. I was like, what? So if there's ever any resources that you guys think that we should help you out with, or any questions you have, or any ideas you have for us, please, please, please feel free to share them with us. This is a community. Just because it's the three of us on the team, it's so much more than just the three of us.
Exactly. We couldn't do it without you guys.
Yeah, we can change the world.
Hooray!
All right, I think that's it.
Okay.
Let me just double check no one asked any questions in the Facebook group.
Okay.
Nope, no one asked any. Wait, oh gosh. Nope, no one asked any questions.
Okay. All right.
So
well,
are good
if there
to
are
go.
any questions, like for the replay and stuff, you guys are more than welcome to hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. What else? What am I missing? You can email
I mean, email. Yeah, we're all over the place. You can ask us anywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah, and if you don't know our personal handles, you can always find everything on Be a Warrior Queen. We have that Instagram and that Twitter too.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo!
All right. We'll see you guys next month.
And tomorrow for our Twitter chat.
Yes.
Peace out.
Bye.